So the Western world, which is dominated by Rahu, has embraced the so-called Indian spirituality, and they are trying to serve the means of Rahu. So there will be all kinds of information on the internet. Yoga and Tantra, very specific things. It's not rule-based. It's not Victorian rule-based morality. It is based on scientific principles. Like, for example, you want to drive a car and you say, I want to apply the brakes. But if you apply the brakes, your car is not going to move forward. But you say, no, it is my wish. I want to apply the brakes. I don't want to apply the accelerator. So then your car will not move. That's a simple rule. That is a simple technological rule. It is not a moral rule, right? If you press the brake, your car is not going to move. But you say, no, it is my free will. I will press the brake. Then you cannot make the car move. So we need to understand these things. There's a lot of misconception. Most of the Tantra retreats, yoga retreats, and even the Indian teachers are now influenced by the Western world, because Western world is dominated by Rahu. So they have the influence, they have the technology, they have the aesthetics, they have the money, they have the capital. So you will see many of the spiritual organizations, they are actually run by Westerners. They will have Western president. The heads of these so-called Indian spiritual organizations are Westerners. They are not Indians. So we need to understand these things, that everything is starting to gear towards sexual pleasure. Even in the spiritual organization, they will want women to dance, and they will want good food, they will show aesthetics, they will show good food. You see the advertisements of any prominent spiritual organization, they'll show you all these things. They'll show women doing yoga, whatever. They will show people eating good food. They will show beautiful aesthetics, 5-star resorts. What has that got to do with spirituality? It doesn't have much. But in the era of Rahu, because they want to attract followers, they need to do all this. Right? So understand these things, and that's why astrology is an ancient science of rishis. And these rishis were much more evolved than today's modern gurus. Of course, there are some good gurus, I'm not generalizing, but in general, the rishis had a wisdom of giving these archetypal knowledge, this kind of archetypal knowledge, which is very useful to understand the world, understand the things. So, I would say, understand when you are getting swayed into pleasures, focus on centering, focus on grounding, so that you can maintain your sanity in the world of misinformation, in the world of pleasure pursuits, in the world of Rahu. Cheers.